Hello and welcome everybody to another Aetherdrift Drift. I'm paulcheon and today we are sitting at rank number 353. We are coming off the heels of a pretty sweet deck. Actually, honestly, it felt like one of my better decks that I've ever drafted. It was a blue-green deck with just multiple rares. I opened 3 Simic rares in my packs. It was absolutely outrageous, topping things off with the Sabsunin, but sadly, couldn't get the trophy with the 6 and 3. But I'm coming back with a vengeance here, and we're going to try to get a trophy in this draft. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by, of course, TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles to round out your constructed decks, or you wanted to buy some booster boxes just because you love cracking packs, go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, go to heavyplay.com for all things Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. You need that deck box, you need the playmats, you need the sleeves, you need the life pads, you name it, they got it. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Additionally, they're going to be at MagicCon Chicago, so make sure you swing by their booth, say hi, tell them Paul sent you, and you should get 10% off your purchase applied in person as well. All right, here we go. We've been drafting a lot of blue-green and a bunch of black-green. We'll see what we open in this pack. Maybe we do something a little bit differently. Okay, there's a Bulwark Ox. I actually don't know what's better, Bulwark Ox or Glory Heath Lynx. I actually wouldn't be surprised if the Lynx was better, but I think I'm going to take one of these white cards here. The rest of the commons look kind of mediocre. Gastel Raider is also cool. Boom Scholar is good, but it's multicolored, and it's not even that much better than these white cards. Now, granted, I don't think white's very strong, but it's always fun starting out with one of these cards. I actually think the Lynx is better. This card's cool. It gets counters. There's just plenty of 3-power creatures that can also block this, and if you're on the draw, it's not as good. This one, just on rate, is just a 2-mana 2/3 with lifelink. So I'm going to actually go with the Lynx here. Let me know what you think about that. Initially, I would have taken the Ox, but I've seen the Ox play out, and it has been less than impressive. And every time I get Glory Heath Lynxed, I just feel terrible. Like, they get the land, and there's just plenty of things to do with your mana. So getting a land every turn is really, really strong. Moving on to pack 1, pick 2. Radiant Lotus, definitely not really a playable artifact. It just gets you a bunch of mana. Sky Crash is decent. Not insane, but fine. It's a playable card. It's a shatter effect. At common, there's the Leonin Surveyor, which is also fine. But of course, my favorite card. One of my favorite commons in the set. I don't think I would take very many commons, honestly, over Stampeding Scurryfoot. I just think it's that good. So let's take that here, pick 2, and then kind of see where the rest of the packs go. All right, moving on here. What do we picked the Stampeding Scurryfoot. There's a Beast Rider Vanguard. I like this card, but I think third pick is probably too early to take that. There's a Lightning Strike and a Broadcast Rambler as cards that I'm looking at. Lightning Strike is certainly the best card in this pack, so I could see just taking that. And then we just kind of figure out where we need to be. Because, none of these are necessarily an indication that, yeah, let's just take the Lightning Strike here. I think the Rambler and the Beast Rider Vanguard is also pretty good, but third pick Lightning Strike could mean that red is open. So let's just take that as a really good interactive spell. And then just, we're going to have to pick and choose between one of these 3 colors, and we'll see where this goes. Here, there's another Stampeding Scurryfoot. Honestly, might be the best common in the entire set. I don't think these uncommons are markedly better. Adrenaline Jockey can be okay, but I still think it's worse than the Scurryfoot, even in red-green exhaust. Carrion Cruiser's fine. Wreckage Wickerfolk's fine. Venom Sac Legex all fine, but I do think they're all a little bit behind the Stampeding Scurryfoot. So let's go ahead and take that in the pack and see what else is available. Okay, that is a pretty late spin out. We're not seeing a whole lot of white cards past the Glory Heath Lynx. And there is a Burner Rocket as well, but I don't think this card's particularly strong either. And you know how much I like black-green as a color combination. And seeing this 5th pick could be a sign. I don't think Defend the Rider is a particularly good trick, but it does keep us in green. Do I take Spin Out or Defend the Rider? Actually, I'll take Defend the Rider. I think Spin Out's really good, but I have a really good white card and a red card as well. So let's just take this because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be green. We just picked up Scurryfoot number 3. So I think green is an excellent color to be in. So I know that I'm going to be green, but we're just not sure what our second color should be. Of course, there's a Cloudspire Coordinator, but we're not going to take that. Again, this is weird, right? There's a late roadside blowout, which could be an indication that we should maybe move into blue. But there's also Loxodon Surveyor, which is totally playable, and is a card that, again, I know for sure I'm going to play. Now, this is a pack with a lot of blue cards, though. So this could mean that blue is open. Can I take the risk here and just take the roadside blowout? Because white and red doesn't seem that open. No, I'm going to just take the Surveyor. I'm just going to take the Surveyor here. Just because, like I said, right? Like, I will say in this format, this is a format where, honestly, you don't have that many playables. There's a lot of times in packs where things you table something, and then all of a sudden you just don't have enough playables. Now, if I do end up in blue-green, none of these red cards are particularly exciting. So it's between Deathless Pilot and Interference. I do like Interference with the Scurryfoot, so let's take that here. All right. So we draft blue-green a lot in this channel, but that's because blue and green are good, and blue cards are always underappreciated, I feel. I do like Trip Up as a interactive spell. Like it more than Bestow Greatness, which is easier to get. There's also a Night Market, which I could take just for good mana. But you know what? I'm going to take the Trip Up here. I feel like blue can be something that we're interested in here. Although now there's a Sky Crash that tabled, and I don't really like Reef Roads. So I will speculate here on the Sky Crash in case somehow red-green is something that we switch into. This is a sign, though. Sky Streak Engineer I like, and it tabled. So pretty happy with that. Now I wish I took the blue bounce spell, but I felt like this was kind of more of a hedging play where I just take this because it's just a card that I'm always going to play. Noting that there's a Siphon Field and a Blossoming Sands. White certainly not open. Let's take the Sky Streak Engineer, and then there's a Thunderhead Gunner. That's also a really good card. So, you know, honestly, this can go either direction. We can go red-green or blue-green, depending on kind of what we see, I feel. All right, well, I'm definitely going to take Afterburner Expert. This card's awesome. Marauding Mako is good in blue-red cycling, but I feel like we're going to be green here. There's also Greenbelt Guardian, which is a really good creature, and Runover, although I think I prefer these creatures instead. Yeah, look at this. Getting this back with the Scurryfoot. Afterburner Expert is fantastic. Two good green cards. Probably not tabling either, honestly, but I cannot ever be sad about taking an Afterburner Expert. Okay, interesting pack here. Interesting pack. Because there's a Rocketeer Boost Buggy, but there's also Stampeding Scurryfoot number 4. Fearless Swashbuckler is okay, but it's double off color, so I don't think I care too much about that. So it's more a question of, do I want Scurryfoot number 4, Ketrodon, or Boost Buggy? And you know what? How many Scurryfoots is too many? We will find out today. And one of the main reasons, I actually think this might just be better than the Boost Buggy, but also we're not entirely sure if we're going to be blue or red, and just taking the great green card, that might even just be a better card, I think is the right approach here. And wow, all the blue-red stuff being available here. Captain Howler, Sea Scourge is very good, but Sky Serpent Seeker is honestly similar power level. And based on what we saw in the first pack, I felt like blue was a little bit more open. So I think Sky Serpent Seeker rather is where I want to be. But this is a really good pack. Another Scurryfoot, Road Rage, and Captain Howler. I think in this instance, the Seeker is enough better than the Scurryfoot, and we saw some blue cards table and blue cards late in pack 1 where blue-green seems like a better color combination. So let's take that here. Okay, well, we just got past Sita Varma pack 2, pick 4. Flood the Engine's also great. Interference is also fine, but we are going to slam this. And I guess we have another blue-green deck. Surprise, surprise. I do like Keen Buccaneer. Just solid card. Don't like any of the other cards here. Veteran Beast Rider, notably, is a very good creature. But this is just a fine card to exhaust. And, okay. Ooh, Roadside Blowout or Flood the Engine? I'm actually not sure. I'll take the Blowout. I like Flood the Engine, but I mean, bouncing a thing and drawing a card is just so strong. I don't have any hard removal, though. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to take Flood the Engine. I literally have no removal. So, I just, you know, I have Trip Up. So I already have a bounce effect. So I just feel like it's more important for me to pick up an actual hard removal spell there in Flood the Engine. Stock Up is fantastic. Going to take that. And yeah, don't need to splash the red either. It seems like we have more than enough cards here. I'm not entirely sure how good this card is. So this is going to be on my maybe list. I do like Nimblethopterist, though. I think we made the right choice here in blue-green. The Surveyor is also kind of mediocre. These are the cards here that I like here. So let's say we do something like this. These are the 15 cards that I like in blue-green. We'll take another Keen Buccaneer. Honestly, the Thopter, whatever. Let's keep this all as an... Oh, wow. Captain Howler tabled? I'll take it, although unlikely that I'm going to splash it, but we could. Yeah, 3 mana 3/3 is just not a good sizing in this format. I just think this is worse than the Buccaneer. So that one is definitely something I'm probably not interested in playing. Probably more likely to play the Huldrifter, to be honest. Here we have another Defend the Rider, but I don't think I'm not even sure I want the first one. We have Skystreak Engineer and Aether Siphon as cards that I'm considering. I don't think this is the type of card that I really need in a blue-green deck. I just feel like I'll always have enough stuff to do with my mana. So as weird as it is, I'm just going to take another 2-mana creature. I only have 4 2-mana plays. My early game is awesome. I just have a ton of creatures. And I just don't feel like the Aether Siphon is going to be that much different. Oh my gosh! Blue was open. Mu Yanling, one of the best rares in the entire set. Hold on, let me take a look here. Oh yeah, this card is absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy I have these flyers, by the way. Look, whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage, draw a card. 4 mana 2/4 ETB and make a vehicle with crew 1. Vehicles you control have flying. It's my only vehicle, but look, flying. I have 5 flyers. I have the Huldrifter too. Mu Yanling is one of the best rares in the entire set, and I am extremely happy that I was able to pick it up here. And oh my gosh, we have 5 Stampeding Scurryfoots. That's right, 5. Wait, actually, should I just take stock up? Let me, hold on. I have 4 already. I feel like I just take stock up, actually. You just never run out of gas. Like, look, if I had 2 of these, I would probably pick this up, but I have 4. I really love stock up. All right, I'm going to take stock up. Let me know what you guys think about that pick. It's Scurryfoot number 5, okay? They do get a little bit redundant. Like, it's not like I'm making I'm just making a bunch of 3/3s, which is good. And here we're slamming the Mammoth. Really great top-end card. This deck is looking awesome, by the way. Okay, well, there you go. Scurryfoot number 5. Okay, I could have had 6. We could have had a new record. All right, this pack is pretty weak. Noting that the blue-red deck looked also pretty open here. But look, I got 5 Scurryfoots. I can't complain. But Mako, blue-red, like blue-red would have also been a good deck, I think. Nothing here for us. I don't know, trade the Helm. I'm not going to play it. I'll take another Engineer here. Just more flyers to go with my Mu Yanling. And I do need interaction. There's a Molt Tender and a Broken Wings, though. And, this is a deck that needs Broken Wings more than Molt Tender, I think. I think Molt Tender is good. I have 5 1-mana plays already. And I do think this deck could definitely use a Broken Wings here just to have some interaction, because we are certainly missing on some of that. I really wish I took the bounce spell that draws me a card. Not Overflood the Engine, but the first one that we took. Don't need a Kaelorna here. We have more than enough early things. I'll take Defend the Rider, although I'm not sure I'm going to play that. Beast Rider Vanguard or Sabotage Strategist. I'm not sure that this card's even good. I'll take it as a 4-drop. I want to try it. I have the only reason why I did this is I already have so many cheap things to play where I don't need the Beast Rider Vanguard, and also I have so many mana sinks where I just realistically don't even think I will ever actually be able to activate Beast Rider Vanguard, right? And for that result, Sabotage Strategist, if I'm playing against an aggro deck, I just want to try it out. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at with the card. We have to cut 5 cards here. Okay, Huldrifter is an easy cut. Double Defender Rider, I think I can cut. I want to keep all of these cards. Nimblethopterist, I think I can also cut. I just feel like I like all these creatures better. This deck could have had 6 Stampeding Scurryfoots. Or 7, I have no idea. And I actually think Spectral Interference is fantastic here. Look at how many, I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. I have 15. I have 15 exhaust creatures in my deck. Now, I will say, the weakness here is just far too many creatures. But, like, what am I cutting here? It could just be the strategist, to be honest. I'm not cutting any of my spells. I need some of this interaction. I like the gas I get from the stock up. I like the spectral interference. So I feel like I'm probably just cutting a creature here. And let's go 9 green, 8 blue. Yeah, I can probably just cut one of the Keen Buccaneers. I like having just more 2-mana plays. This blocks pretty well. And it works really well with the Mu Yan Ling. And it gives me an alternate way to actually try to win the game here. Whereas, you know, this is much better if I have a bunch of like exhaust payoffs because it's such a cheap exhaust effect. But my only exhaust payoff is the Afterburner Expert. Notably also having an army of flyers, really, really good with Sita Varma as kind of an overrun effect. So I think I can probably shave the 1 Keen Buccaneer just because I really want to try out the Sabotage Strategist. And I have double blue cards here, but I have 5 green drops that I want to play on turn 1. So it's really weird, I feel like, in terms of what I want to do with my mana. You know what? I'm actually going to go the other way. I have 2 double blue cards on turn 4. I'm just going to hope that I draw the green for the Stampeding Scurryfoot. All right, this is exciting. Drafting blue-green again. Now, noting that at the beginning of this draft, like I tried to stay open, and I was looking at the Naya cards, but I just didn't see anything there. So I just shifted over to this. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I feel is a really great way to up your limited game. Gonna keep this here, 2-lander, Scurryfoot, Skystreak Engineer, Trip Up, Sita Varma, and Afterburner Expert. You know what's weird is like you can almost make the case to play 18 lands in this deck. Grim Bobble, sure. Plenty more where that came from, I'll just say. I'm going to play this just because there's an upside here to deal more damage, depending on what they play on turn 2. All right, Afterburner Expert. Oh, this is a double green. Yeah, it's really rough. I really could have used a Night Market or a blue-green dual land, I think. Oh, this is also a double green activation, isn't it? No good attacks here. And I don't want to flood the engine any of these cards that are in play. Alright, let's just pass. Just need a 4th land, and I think my hand kind of gets unlocked. If I draw a forest too, I can potentially pump up the Afterburner Expert. But we at least have a flyer here to try to chip in for some damage. Plenty of things to do with our mana. There are certain, like that Ether Siphon, I think it's a good card. But in blue-green specifically, I just feel it's because the proper blue-green deck will just always have stuff to do. You don't need it as much. Whereas I think in other controlling decks, you'd play it. All right, Sita Varma going down here. For sure. 100%. That's fine. Forest, yes. And honestly, I think I'm just going to pump the Afterburner Expert and just kind of force them to kill it. If they exile it, obviously it's bad, but this is just something I'm totally happy with. Like, they probably did that as a tempo play, but little did they know. I don't have a whole lot else going on. So I'm happy with that. Now they just kind of have to use a removal spell here. And if they do, then I can exhaust my engineer to get it back. Like I said, the exile is the only way this is really bad for me. If they have the ride down or whatever. What is it called? Ride's End? Otherwise, I just have a 6/4 here. And I ate a 2/2. All right, Broadcast Rambler for the opponent. I'm okay with this trade. It just keeps coming back, so. Yep, and they don't like that exchange either, which makes sense. And I'm just gonna play out a bunch of stuff. I should have left up a blue. That's my mistake. Gonna take 5 here from the Rambler, so they're gonna be at 3, which the Embalmed Descendant starts getting a lot scarier, but they're at 11. And they have to tap down a creature to hit me for 5. And I get to attack them back for a lot with some interactive spells in my hand, so I don't mind this so much. This is a really solid card, though, I will say. Really, really solid. Starting Column. That is not a solid card. A far less solid card. It is better than most. Just it starts your engines like it's, you know, but it's more like a 23rd card if you have a splash or a high curve deck. Now, if they have a way to kill my Scurryfoot, they might want to do that. This thing blocks really, really well. They have 3 cards in hand. And we have pretty formidable squad, but so do they. Okay, that was really interesting. I wonder what they were tanking on. It feels like they have something. So I'm just going to play a little offense and defense at the same time and just make sure that they can't get to maximum speed and just pass. Okay, that's fine. Like, I could have put counters here, but if they have a removal spell, that's bad. The Stampeding Scurryfoot by far is the best thing to do this turn, I feel. Look at this. Their deck is nice. Double Rambler, double Embalmed Descendant is huge. But my goal right now is to try to prevent them from getting to maximum speed here. Because, you know, the Necro Regent, for example, would be really, really bad for us. But if they want to crew this and attack me, it's like, I can attack you back for a lot. So, like, they have to respect the fact that I basically have a nearly lethal attack next turn. So, I don't even know if this is a good attack for them. Honestly, I'm just going to bounce this. They get another token later, but it's such a huge tempo play. They literally lost 2 creatures. They don't get to move up their speed. And then I have Flood the Engines as well for a follow-up here. They need to deal with the Afterburner Expert. This is just a lot that they need to answer. And so I don't mind this. They've got something up their sleeve. We're playing against a Mythic 357 player. So they're being very patient with firing off whatever it is that they're cooking up here. Which is why I didn't really feel like going for some kind of double block on the Rambler and getting blown up by a combat trick. And I was like, you know what? I just want to save myself the headache here. There's a 1-drop in here? Oh, sure. Okay. This is crew 2, so they can't crew it, right? Yeah. Yeah, easy attack with everything. Like, what do they even do? Like, the set that it has to block the Afterburner Expert. They go to 1, I guess. They can't Compactor or else they die. And I can't activate or they'll kill my creature in response. It's a really fun interaction there. Now, the thing is they had a bunch of mana available. That's part of the reason why I didn't go for just like the win here with Flood the Engine. I feel like if I can still save this, I'm in a really good spot for whatever it is that they might play on the following turn. They're at 1 life. Not sure what they're going to do. They need to use the Scrap Compactor, but it's kind of awkward, right? You can't kill my Afterburner Expert. You really just can't kill anything. The only thing you can do is like kill my Scurryfoot and I'll just make a token. And that's totally fine for me. If they play if they hit me with this and play a Necro Regent, they die. So I'm okay with that now. Yeah. All right. Always love games against high-ranked opponents because they just rank like value spells and tricks higher, and they're way more patient with it. So when you play against good players, you're always just like, they got something up their sleeve. I gotta be careful here. You can't just kind of YOLO and just go in and hope everything works out. So that was me trying to mix have a balance of offense and defense there. Not even sure if I sequenced everything 100%, but it's the best that I could do. All right. Well, you know what? Not surprising. seeing a hand with Stampeding Scurryfoots, as we have 5 of them. Don't even have any exhaust payoffs. I guess we have the Afterburner Expert. Also, don't you feel sad every time somebody plays a Scurryfoot? You're just like, really? This is actually really nice. I have, next turn I can go Scurryfoot into Interference, and then I can just start pumping out 3/3s. Will they attack me with this? If they do I block? Like, Maximum Overdrive is a thing. But then they get a 3/2 here. I probably block. I don't really care if they kill my engineer. Ooh. Okay, another black-white deck. So now they just can't attack me. So 1/3 body being very relevant here. You got nothing. You got nothing. Oh, Mu Yanling! I got something. I got something for you, friend. All right, no attacks here. This thing does a really good job of blocking the fort here. And we get to counter whatever it is they play this turn, unless it's a removal spell. If they have a removal spell, it is kind of annoying. Now, the Scurryfoots do just help me get out of that immediately, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, they're going to hit me like this, and then they're... Okay. Grim Bobble. I shall counter your Grim Bobble. Cloudspire Captain, sure. All right, let's go Mu Yanling. And then attack with the Engineer. Boom, draw a card. Why did they say oops? I have no idea. I can crew this 3/2 to block as well. They can't. They actually just don't have attacks here. That is big though. It is a 6/5, but I do have this Death Touch creature. What is it? Whenever one or more, so it only works with one creature. So that's important to know. That is a 6/5. I suppose they can chump, but this I want to wait till next turn, I think, because that gives me, like, if I play this, I can't do anything else with my mana. They do have a lot of stuff in play, I will say. And honestly, look, if they, yeah. A very tough spot for them regardless. Okay, draw another land, and we can pass. Look, if I just make this a 2/2 and make a 3/3, and I crew this, I still have really good blocks. And then next turn I can go either the Mammoth, which is very, very good to play, or I can just, play out the Sky Serpent Seeker and keep up Stampeding Scurryfoot as well. So plenty of good options here. Okay, let's do this. Just start pumping out some creatures. All right. I am in my happy place. I really am. All right. Might as well crew this. I just have way more going now, so I can just attack with both. They could kill my Mu Yanling, I suppose. Okay. One card in hand for the opponent. I'm going to save the Mammoth. Let's just play a Death Toucher. Get some mana in play. I could do this all day. I like that my opponent has, like, a sense of humor. Like this is just an absolutely ridiculous draw on our side. And they are pretty flooded. They could have a sweeper here. We do have a good follow-up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at our board. Oh, gosh. That was sick. That was ridiculous. Okay. This deck feels really nice. It really does. Man, getting past that Muyan Ling as well. Whew. Love to see it. Love to see it. 2-0. Alrighty, we are on the play, and again, look, at this point, we might as well just have Leyline of Stampeding Scurryfoot, right? Oh, man. Okay, what if I draw another one here? I didn't. Never lucky. I don't really care about countering a 2-drop that much, so this is fine. Honestly, I don't really care about countering a 3-drop either. Let's just get this creature in play. This just has so much value in the late game too. And now I have enough of a board here, or I have a credible enough board where I can just... Oh, well, I should have countered that, obviously. I should have played around the 3-mana rare vehicle. Oh well. Oh well. Let's get some flyers in play. Counter whatever it is they play. Let's counter that. I guess they could double creature here and then hit me with the World Wagon. That is very good. That doesn't do it. Okay. Great deck from the opponent, though. Wow. Look at all this value. Look at all these just great permanents that they have in play. Certainly, like, you know, I have solid creatures, but they're all commons, right? And they're just, you know, this is a lot. Really excellent sequencing from them as well. How do I want to do this? I suppose I can just trade with the World Wagon. Probably want to do that. Or do I just let them like constantly attack me? With the strategist? No. Alternatively, I can just bounce it. Right? Like if they play this and then... It's a pretty big blowout, though, if they attack me. Yeah, let's just bounce it. It doesn't feel good because they can get a land, but I just don't want them to attack and get me a land here. I'm surprised they didn't crew the cruiser. Yeah, that's very surprising. All right, we have a game plan. It's flyers. The game plan is flyers. Okay, they didn't attack me. Okay. They get a land. They haven't used the removal spell yet, so I feel like it's pretty likely. Oh no, they have used the removal spell. They have used the bauble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, we'll take 2. All these dinky flyers. I think this is a good turn to just leave the Scurryfoot back. Or honestly, you know, it really depends on what they do this turn. If they don't play some kind of flyer of some sort, then I can certainly just go ahead and pump my Skystreak Engineer. What the hell? Okay. Okay. Man, the quality of their cards in this game just completely overshadow what we have, right? Like, it's so much better. We have some good cards in our deck too, but oh man. Okay. I mean, I felt like they were going to have something here, and Runover is obviously pretty devastating here. Okay, well, hopefully they don't have any other removal spell, because, like, this is, like, my only game plan here. If I attack them with everything, they go to 6. I chump block with the Engineer on the World Wagon, and presumably I can live. And then this dies, and then I exhaust this, and I go for the win. Yeah, that's my game plan. Yeah, but like obviously this just means like they need to have no reach creatures. They need to have no reach creatures and no removal spells. That's the only way this works. Okay. Okay. They don't have the mana to Monstrous the Greenbelt Guardian, which is pretty good. Now, if they had a removal spell for the strategist, it's just over. They have one card left. So we will see what they have. They can give this trample. So I'm basically just not blocking this. I guess it still absorbs a bunch of damage. So if I block here, this tramples over for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if I do this, if they don't trample over, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they trample here, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We're at 7 life. Come on! God! No, that doesn't do it. Oh, that's so annoying. Hey, I'd like to think I at least put myself in a position to win, but they have a good deck, and they played Hazard of the Dunes. They block here, they take 4 and go to 2. Yeah. All right. There is no world I can come back from this much power and toughness at that point. Good deck from the opponent. We were really close, but that was just simply a case of just too much power. Our opponent just outclassed us. Now, if I were to go back on that, maybe I didn't need to play the Scurryfoot that turn. Or no, was it the Skystreak Engineer? No, I'm still okay with that. Like, they have to play specifically the World Wagon, and my counterspell would have still gotten a lot of good things. All right, we're playing against Andrew Cuneo. Very, very good Magic player, of course. We are on the draw. No 2-drops in sight. No Scurry. I have like 17 Scurryfoots. Where are my Scurryfoots at? Okay, at least I drew a 2-drop here, so my hand is looking pretty good. Turn 2, Sita Varma into Flood the Engine. Playing against a green-white deck here. Let's play this. Pothole Mole is the play from them. They got a... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. They went deep. So they're... Wait. They're like all the colors? Okay. Did you see this? Green, white. What? So they're just straight Abzan, right? They're just straight Abzan. Does it get haste or anything? I just got to read this again. Okay. Muyan Ling's probably going down. Okay, let's crew this in case they want to attack me. All right. Well, I still got a spot cycle whatever out of the deal, so it's still not terrible. It's got crew 1. Getting for some damage. The thing is, the more the board is clear, the higher the chance I can get in with the Atark Mammoth. It's kind of where I'm at here. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Let's make a thingy-mabobber. Just gonna chill, play the Mammoth, and then next turn I can see Tavarma for a lot. Migrating Ketrodon, yeah, they're mega dead. Like, what happens if I just pump this for 4? Everything gets... If I pump this for 4, everything becomes a 6/6. No, it's probably actually better to just go flood the engine here on this. Saddle 5. Oh, this is good. So now they have to kill my Sita Varma, but if they don't, they're dead. I still have the Sabotage Strategist, which I can exhaust as well. And yeah, now they're just... I just attack with everything and they're mega dead. 1, 2... I'll do this for 5. All right. Well, you know, that was the opposite, right? This was an instance where I just overwhelmed my opponent with just sheer power. I just overpowered my opponent with all the go wide nonsense. I mean, I just drew really, really well. And they were kind of lacking enough interaction there. All right. 3 and 1. We are getting paired against a lot of mythic ranked players. So good gamers on the draw, but hey, I got some 2-drops, some interaction, and a nice 6-mana play. So can't complain too much about this. I will keep this. My Scurryfoots are hiding, though. Hey, no surprise, our opponent on forests. Very smart. Well-educated opponent. Wretched Dull. Okay. There's the Scurryfoot. So I need to play the Sita Varma this turn. The reason being is then next turn I can play both of these creatures with my mana, right? Like I have all blue sources. So it's important that I play something green. And in this case, it's going to be the Sita Varma. We'll take 3. Brute Heart Engine, okay. That is fine. Ooh, that's interesting. Nothing to get back. Like I could kill this, but I don't feel the need to right now. Obviously, we can get totally blown out if they get something big back. Like if they go... If the literal top card is a 6-mana creature and they get it back, then I'll be sad. Although, of course, I can always bounce it too. If they have a removal spell... Oh, Debris Beetle. Whew. they can get it back too. That's something else. That sure is something else. They can crew this too, so I can't attack on the ground. Let's attack like this. Well, let's see what they do. This is brutal. Alright, so they're gonna crew this. In response, I'll kill it. I need to do this so they don't have maximum velocity. Right? Like, I don't want them to give that indestructible, so I have to do that right away. Now, they can always just get it back here. So it's not great. It is not great. But at least we make them burn their Broodheart engine. But I go to 11 here. Oh, man. That thing just keeps coming back. God, this is so brutal. Like, I don't even know what to do. Do I bounce it? Yeah. They get to drain me again, but... I'm just way too vulnerable here, so I just need... At least this buys me some time. It looks like they have a run over or something. Yeah, like I said, this like some weird triple blocking thing was just not going to work. So they have Siphon Fuel on Sita Varma, sure. So Forest here would obviously be great. That is terrible. I'm going to cast Stock Up here, actually. I need to find an answer to this. Okay. Oh, wow. I can get another Stock Up or a Forest. I'll keep the Skystreak Engineer as a way to block the Wretched Doll. Okay, we'll counter this. That was a good stock up. Now, if I still naturally draw Forest, obviously I'll just run out the Mammoth. But if not, I can just go Engineer. All right, so let's cast stock up here. Definitely want to find a land here. A Forest. And, ooh, Spectral Interference? Yes. Think that's going to be great. We can play another Scurry Foot. And no attacks. Their deck certainly looks strong. What was that? Slick Imitator on the Splash. Can't say I'm a huge fan of that. All right, Javelineer I do not care about. In the slightest. I'm still going to try to get some value here with the interference. Like, if they attack me, I can just trade with the Engineer, and it's not a big deal. And now, they get to Surveil, but now I can just pass. Like, I don't even want to play the Engineer. I can just chill. Actually, you know what? Let's just relax. No rush. Okay, we'll counter that. This probably, I mean, now it's looking very, very good for us. Elephants for days. Oh, okay. I guess this isn't really attacking. This has saddle cost of 5. I'm at 11. Okay, whatever. I guess I could have done this a better way, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They probably have a removal spell for this, but... Maximum overdrive. Okay. I don't think there's a sweeper here. Look at my board. It's filthy. Oh, man. Okay, I'm glad we were able to navigate through that. Stock up, so good. Getting a counterspell there, plus a land or getting the counterspell plus both times, really, really huge. Telling you, spectral interference in blue-green, it is the truth. It's really good. All right, another high-ranked Mythic player here. We are playing... This is like... I feel like I'm playing a Pro Tour. So now it's 71. We played some 50s. This hand is excellent. I have 2 of my rares. Just need to draw an island. But if I just draw any land, it's okay because I have the Scurryfoot plus the Afterburner Expert to utilize my mana here. Okay, let's play the Afterburner Expert. No attacks. Alright, just give us an island here. Give us an island. Our opponent's playing blue-black. Got a nice little flyer in play. Glitch goes Surveyor. Interesting. Just any land here, please. No, no. No, you're just going to do us dirty like that. I get it. Alright. Well, you know, this actually blocks, so I'm going to play it. But a little unfortunate. Just wanted a 4th land. Any 4th land. Any. But we still have a play. And we still have Flood the Engine if they play like a Pact Terror next turn. It's weird, though. They don't have any artifact creatures in play. They just have like random evasive cards. Momentum Breaker. We'll sack the Afterburner Expert. Okay, blocking here. They could have a Grim Bauble, I guess, for 1 mana. But all I need to do is draw a land here to activate the Stampeding Scurryfoot and get back my Afterburner Expert. That just lets me build back my board very, very well. Grim Bauble would be really good, though, because it kills my Scurryfoot and I can't get my Afterburner Expert back. Okay, we drew an island. How does that change the equation? There's Mu Yanling. There's Mu Yanling. This just feels so much better, though, right? I put 8 power and 6 toughness in play this turn by doing it this way. Yeah, let's just get in for the 2, make a 3/3 and a 4/2. This just, it's so strong. I still have a blocker here. They're going to have max speed, and if they have a Necro Regent, it's annoying, but we do have the Flood the Engine. Gonti! Nice, okay. Fair enough. So they get to steal something. It's okay. Oh, it's not okay, but... Flood the Engine on the Gonti. Keep this back. We have lots of power and toughness in play. So they're gonna they're setting up for a double spell turn. Okay, now we're looking really, really good. I don't know what this card in hand is, though. But I can still attack with like that. And I still have Trip Up and Spectral Interference. I think I'm just going to pass, honestly. That works. Okay. On my Skystreak Engineer. Oh! Yeah, that's really interesting. That definitely changes up how I approach this. Because I don't have anything to get back the Afterburner Expert with. Okay, that was good. Yep. So everything dies? Oh, well, my Scurryfoot's still alive. All right. Oh, that was a great turn from the opponent. They can also gain some life. Lots of options available for them. Mutant Surveyor I do not care about. Although now I can attack with my vehicle. 2 cards in hand plus whatever they stole. That's the card they stole. Okay. They can attack me. All right. All right, all right, all right. Do I want to draw a Skystreak Engineer? It doesn't seem like a bad draw. Which one? That I'm the owner of this one, right? They're going to double block. And then we're going to trip up here. And yeah, I think I want my Engineer back. This is mine, right? Yeah. Yep. Get that off the battlefield. And it's nice because this is another exhaust card to help me get back my Afterburner Expert. And it's just a good mana sink at this point in the game. And so now I have this nice blocker. The Memory Guardian gets countered. And yep, we are looking golden. Whew! I'm loving it! Keeping our plays tight and crisp, playing against some excellent opposition, and still coming away with the victory. No better feeling. Really, there isn't. This is the best. This is what Magic's all about. I don't want to just get paired down against a platinum or gold. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get paired down. I want to get paired against high mythic players, climb the elo, play good matches, use my brain, and it feels really nice to be able to come out on top against some excellent players. No shade intended, by the way. I just, if I do get paired against like a gold player or something, I'm just saying, you know, it's always very satisfying to be able to beat higher ranked players. Okay, this is an awkward hand. 3 forests with a bunch of blue cards, 2 of which are double blue. I'm going to mulligan this because I'm just not casting these reliably enough early. So I'm going to mulligan that. Okay, I'm going to keep this and bottom my 6-drop. I don't want to go to 5. I do have something to do. Oh, that was actually great. So now I can go Scurryfoot into... Actually, I have a 1, 2, and a 3 here. Guidelight Optimizer is the play from the opponent. Do I trade here? Sure. Yep. They need the mana. Next turn, I'm going to go Scurryfoot into Interference. They can play a 4-drop here. Ooh, that's a good one. Broken Wings. What if I have a Gonosaur Rex? All right, you got me. I'm going to keep up Spectral Interference. If they don't play anything, I will use Broken Wings on the Guidelight Synergist. Okay, that is a bad Magic card, so I will let that one resolve. Interface Ace is also not very good. All right. Let's kill that. Land? Perfect. So let's see. Okay, so they can crew this and block. And then what can I do off of that? Nothing. All right. Well, we just wait. We just wait. This is nice. Now we have, you know, we can just add to the board here with the Scurryfoot or keep up Interference. This is all fine and dandy. Flood the engine. I can't do anything about. They don't really have great attacks here. All right, boom. Skystreak Engineer. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. It lets me get some damage in, right? Like, I can't really attack on the ground. But we've somewhat stabilized their really explosive start here. And we are countering the heck out of that thing. Like, let's just hope that they don't have a reanimation spell, because that would be a blowout, right? If they reanimated the flagship, whew. My ground forces just don't do very much. I'm just gonna... Let's just do this. Just get started here in the sky. Plenty of time to utilize the other abilities. Alright. Voyager Quick Welder doesn't do too much here. Yeah, just the ground is totally mucked up here. Flood the engine rather. Don't really care. 3 in the air. Just gonna keep going wide. Probably just gonna activate the Scurry Foot here. Another flood the engine from the opponent, sure. This is where a stock up comes in really handy. Let's activate this, see if we find something. Okay, we'll pitch the island. No great attack still. Like, I don't want to waste Flood the Engine on a Quick Welder, but they are at 10 life. Maybe it's worth. Maybe I just attack with the 3 creatures on the right. What's the worst thing that happens? Yeah, I can give up some less than favorable exchanges here. The thing is, the way that I lose this game is if they somehow reanimate this stupid thing, right? And so I want to make sure that I have to flood the engines here. Okay. This was too much. I just had too many Scurry Foots, too many creatures, too many ways to utilize my mana, and another victory here for us. We are piling on the wins here. Really, really smooth draft so far. We're at 6 wins. 6-1. All right, playing for a trophy here on the play, and our hand is looking very solid. Now, caveat, I need to draw lands. Okay, I need to draw lands. But we have turn 1 Scurryfoot, turn 2 Sky Serpent Seeker, and I am not afraid to cycle Trip up here to try to find mana. But I'm certainly running out the Seeker here. Drew Mu Yanling as well. Rocketeer, Boost Buggy, very, very good. Oh, and we drew a land. Wow. Do I block? I don't want to. I don't want to. This becomes a 4-3 next turn, though. Ay, ay, ay. I guess we just live with the fact that they just hit me with treasures. All right. Maybe I do just block. Maybe I do just block. Like, no reason to get too greedy, right? Like, that just totally just... That's like their entire turn. And I have so much more to do with my mana anyways. I do think I block, actually. I can't let this just constantly hit me. So, boom, Death Touch. I want to cycle this, and if we draw a land, we're golden. Boom, there's our land. We are golden. Mu Yanling on the battlefield. They probably have some stupid giant reach creature, because that's what green has. Crash and burn. I guess we'll crew this just in case. I don't know. Alright. This is crew 1, right? Alright, so we're gonna do this. We'll attack. And I'll keep up Spectral Interference. In fact, it is so... Well, never mind. I almost was gonna play this, but... Let's see what they play. Rocketeer Boost Buggy. I don't really care about that. Adrenaline Jockey. Do I care about that? No. Well, 3 cards in hand. It does become a 4/4 if they exhaust this. All right, let's counter it, I guess. I don't feel great about countering that, though. All right, let's start getting some value off of these things. Honestly, maybe I should have just crewed the elephant here. And I think I might want to just cast Stock Up just to get my mana going. I don't know what else they have though. Like if that was their best play on that turn, like we'll see what they have here. Okay. God damn it. Okay. 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 I don't have a good answer to this. So this is not ideal. I have Flood the Engines, but I can't use that just yet. So I think the best answer is to just put a bunch of power and toughness in play. Will note, if they attack me with the Mammoth, like they are going to take a lot of damage. And we're obviously just going to put absolutely everything on this thing. And the only way that they can saddle this is if they activate the Rocketeer Boost Buggy. Yeah, I don't know. I almost didn't counter this. Like, it made it kind of tricky. We needed to hit some lands. There were some interesting choices in this draft. But I'm still spending 4 mana to put 4 power and 4 toughness on the battlefield, which just puts more than enough stuff in play to be able to deal with this Mammoth. Like, even if they go +4/+4 and trample, like, I'm going to have 2 2/2s and 2 3/3s. So if I just quad block, like, it can't really be that. Oh my gosh. They did a really good job playing, getting my Spectral Interference off the battlefield. Boommobile, okay. We might lose this game. Boommobile is extremely strong. Boommobile is an extremely strong card. They can't actually attack me with the Mammoth here, so that's good. Oh, no, they can. They can. Crew Boommobile, crew Autark Mammoth. Or saddle Autark Mammoth. Okay. Although they got to be careful they just don't die on the attack back, right? Okay. So they have 1 creature that can block a 3/3, and then they take... Hold on a second here. I just don't block this, right? Okay, hold on. So let's say they make a creature to block a 3-power creature. Yeah. I'll just take this. If you have a Road Rage, I guess I'm dead. Yeah, I do not understand what happened there. Like, they just should not have done... I guess they expected me to block. But there you go. Wow, I actually thought they were going to do a good job of coming back there with the Autark Mammoth into the Boommobile. And we just recognized the fact that they basically had 1 card, literally, that they can have, which is Road Rage. Or I guess Galvanic Blast, but that's really unlikely too. And if they don't have that, then we can just attack back for lethal. Because it's really easy in that spot to just go, oh yeah, of course I just double blocked the Mammoth. And if I did that, then I don't think I had a lethal attack back. But we just took the 5, and we went for the win. We saw the line, and we got there. And wow, this deck was super duper smooth. Scurryfoots were amazing. It's a 1-drop. Like, how do you make a 1-drop this good? I mean, again, compare this to Mild-Mannered Librarian in Foundations Draft, which was a 1 mana 1/1 for 4 mana, I think. It becomes a 3/3 and you draw a card, right? Here, for 4 mana, you get a 2/2 and a 3/3. That's really, really close. And this is a common. I'm telling you, if this had an uncommon symbol on it, you would not bat an eye, right? You would look at them and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's really strong. And I had 5 copies of this card. This is obviously way better than the Skystreak Engineer, but look at this. I mean, just at common, just all of these mana sinks. Sita Varma, great card. Use it to beat Kunio. Afterburner Expert, absurdly powerful in this deck with the amount of exhaust cards that I have here. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 exhaust cards. New record. This is actually the type of deck where Pit Automaton would have been really good, just because I have so many ways to exhaust. Mu Yanling, just incredible. Just 4 mana for a 2/4. I have what? A bunch of flyers, but even if you don't, 4 mana for a 2/4 that makes a 3/2 vehicle is already extremely strong, and all your vehicles have flying. So this in of itself, even if you didn't have flyers, which is pretty hard to happen when you're blue, you're going to have flyers. But even by itself, it's a card draw engine that puts 5 power and 6 toughness on the battlefield. 3/2, which is evasion. And then a Tark Mammoth. The Strategist was also fine. The jury's still out on this. It's kind of hard to cast, but it is nice. I will say that the exhaust on this is not irrelevant, and that kind of maybe puts it over the top. This is kind of how you want your blue-green decks to look. And by keeping your curve super duper low here, it allows you to play a bunch of random creatures early and credibly represent counterspell, but your opponent can't necessarily play around it because on turn 4 or turn 5, you have a Skystreak Engineer or a Stampeding Scurryfoot in play. What are you going to do? Not play something? Okay, I make a 3/3. Right? What are you going to do? Oh, not play something? I'm going to make a 3/5 flyer. Stock up just in this format. Because it's not especially fast, this just lets you find exactly what you need. Now, the one thing that this deck probably could have used is like a bounce off, maybe a run through, right? I could have probably used 1 or 2 extra interactive spells. But that's really honestly the only thing that I was really missing. The Broken Wings definitely played a part in helping me kill that Debris Beetle and some other vehicles. And all in all, fantastic deck, awesome rares, 5 Scurryfoots, and it just worked really, really well together. And the more and more I play this format, the more I feel like blue-green, over possibly even Golgari, is the way to go. Because blue-green, you can have a good deck with a low mana curve. Golgari, because you're wanting to reanimate some of the big things, you can get some clunky starts, which means you can get run over. It's so much harder to get run over in blue-green because you're just playing cheap exhaust creatures that play to the board, and then in the late game, they still have relevance. So if you were to ask me now, like I used to love Golgari, but now the more I think about it, I feel like Simic might be the way to go. But hands down, those are 2 of the stronger archetypes in the format. You can't really go wrong with either. But Simic just has felt smoother and more consistent to me than drafting something like Golgari. But noting that Golgari gives you access to probably more removal. You have Spin Out, you have the 5 mana spell, and then you have Grim Bubble. I'm sorry, like I just keep drafting blue-green, but it's still, it continues to be seemingly open. People are still undervaluing a lot of cards that I think are pretty solid still. Cards like Keen Buccaneer even, which look kind of bad, but ends up playing well in this format. A big important thing, I think part of why this ends up playing out better than you think, 4 toughness. It's really easy to get this to 4 toughness. And 4 toughness, I mean, just look. Scurryfoot, 3/3/2/2. 3/5. 3, there's just so many things in the format that are just 3/3s or less, where a 3/4 is just an ideal sizing. So anything that's a 3/4 in this format will just perform a little better than other format. Lightning Strike doesn't kill it, right? So that's probably why Keen Buccaneer is just a little bit better than you would think. But anyways, this deck was awesome. It played out super smoothly. And, I have some matches where I'm not happy with how I played. This one, I'm pretty happy. Think I navigated these games reasonably well, and it ultimately led in a nice trophy. Good to be back to our trophy ways again. It's nice. 6-3 was good, but it's no trophy. 7 is what you want, and 7 is what we got here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I truly appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all of your support. Additionally, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles to round out your constructed decks or some booster boxes just to crack open some packs, TCGplayer.com is your go-to place for all of those things. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for all the Magic the Gathering accessories and supplies you need to make sure you have an excellent gaming experience whenever you play with your friends or go to your local store. They have deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, all kinds of great stuff. Check them out. heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.